basically like this. I did not mention the stuff on the video. Pertaining to December 18, 2025, police commits 4 assaults. It's basically, I spoke about the mother, who went on to, no, yesterday, not today, mother asked me to go to just start to
She went on to literally, as the car was backing out here, based on MK Ultra, and just as she promised she would.
Just it's actually hard to explain this stuff because of so many crimes that she committed. She's committing the crime inside of the car all the fucking time. This isn't the first time. She's doing insane stuff all the fucking time.
The car was backing from here. I stopped.
I'm sure you understand that this is not an area where you want to stop the car and open the trunk and start loading the car with items from the shopping. Especially because I never ever hurry my mother in my lifetime. In my fucking lifetime, I treat her like a queen. Never hurry her. But contrary to this lunacy, this is the video that I explained here at this, under this post here. My mother is not like I am. She behaves like a nasty bitch all the time. My mother behaves like a lunatic inside of the car based on MK Ultra brainwash, based on instructions, based on a police instructions all the fucking time. My mother doesn't want me to deliver her at the front of the building so that she could go inside like a normal person. She demands to be dropped off right here. She does not allow to be brought here. This is not because she would not allowed, because obviously she doesn't have any kind of argument. I even deliver her up here to make her things easy. So that she would not struggle with her spine all the way to the door. But what she does is, this is not this kind of behavior that she does. This is all what she practiced with the police and guarantee me how it's gonna be. What she does is, as you would drive her, she doesn't even wait for the car to stop and step down like a normal, or I should say out like a normal person. All she'll fucking do is, she'll almost try to step out when the car is moving. You understand that? It's like with a lunatic. It's like with a lunatic. And she's doing this totally coordinated with the police. She's doing this all the fucking time. All the fucking time. My mother, used by the police not too long ago, it's partially video recorded, was pressuring me to, she doesn't have a driver license, but she is so aggressive, you know, she's so aggressive, she's just so aggressive. Not too long ago, with a police car that would stop right here because it would appear wanted to cross the rail rail tracks. And so this, I don't even know how you say that in English, zapornice, closure for the rail racks was in place. And so they stopped here. And now if you look around, you're going to see it's a full line everywhere. See, it's a full line. You cannot go and bypass, really. By the rules, you have to continue to wait until the train goes past, and basically the cars go this way and so on. My mother, this is very important for me to declare what I'm dealing with here. My mother demanded from me, seeing that there was a police vehicle in front of us, to pass one on a solid line. Based on MK Ultra scenario, it's actually video recorded. Demanded from me to pass one, because she was in a hurry. Where the fuck was she in a hurry? Nowhere. She's just given ongoingly factor of lunacy. Her feedback is constant factor of lunacy. Does not have a driver license, does not know about road regulations other than whatever she was instructed to do by the police. That's basically drive insane all the fucking time. All the fucking time she's in a hurry to nowhere. And since I wouldn't do this, the police car that day even changed their mind and then continue based on MK Ultra. They were sure that I'm gonna pass them and hand me a ticket. Turn here and basically turn around and go. The police tried to get me on this kind of stuff on at least 2 occasions. There was also another occasion based on MK Ultra that they were trying to fuck me. That also did not work. They always tried to set me up on my way to father to get me. My mother eventually, and it wasn't the first time, it was not the only time, the police was using a truck, a tractor trailer truck, big fucking truck. And it's a road here that you would go to Bela Krajina, right here across Gorjanci. I'm just giving you an example of what the fuck I have inside of the car. This is Gorjanci, you see, Jugorje Primetliki and so on. This is very, very steep here. And there is actually even ramps for the trucks. If the brakes would not hold it to it. And so the road to Bela Krajina would be through here. And I had a truck behind me, constantly going past speed that is allowed to drive, constantly breaching a speed limit, and going straight in my ass, all the fucking time. And it was done based on MK Ultra scenario with neighbor Metod Jerman, who even sit inside of the car. They studied together with the Štefanič. They studied together with the Juršić that whenever they would be hijacking me, trafficking me to Bela Krajina, where my mother is from, on how I will get fucked. And the way they calculated I would get fucked is by simply with a truck that would be driving all the fucking time in my ass. All the time in my ass until we would get down into when it ends all this road. Yeah, like this I'm not gonna get anywhere. I eventually have to change this plan. And I don't know exactly where that is, but it's straight. It ends this crazy road that goes down. This is Jugorje. You see how curvy it is, and this and that. And it's probably here somewhere that you would manage to get to to the area where this craziness, wavy road, with a truck going straight in your ass. My mother all the time demanded from me, go, go, don't you see? You're going too slow, you're going too slow. You can't go too fucking slow when it's a speed limit. And every time I ask her, Mom, do you see the fucking truck behind us? He is constantly pushing into me. He's not taking the safety distance. Remember, I have a CDL driver license from the US. I'm not just amateur that I will be talking to you about these issues. And Mom says it's because you don't go fast enough. And this was studied by the Novo Mesto police, just as I explained, by Milan Kučan, by Robert Golob. To eventually, no, what I did was I fucked the truck. And what I did was just the way you see it, like this, but not here, but in some other location. What I did was I went off the road. I turned away from the road. I went out of the road. And I let the fucking truck go past me. And the truck flew through. The driver was even involved in MK Ultra. Metlika driver. And I let him go through. Before I continued again the road forward. And so he raced. And guess what happened? At the end of this, constant de-elevation as you go down, there is a straight road like this. And what they would do is they would put the fucking radar, police car radar. But it was not here, it was further. Based on MK Ultra scenario, it was a police that was dealing tickets, speeding tickets, fines basically. So you don't only get the fine, the animals from Novo Mesto police station, such as Zajček, Božičnik, Juršić, neighbor Metod Jerman, they claimed that when we are done with this stuff, I'm not even going to have a driver license because of the points I would collect along the way. So my mother is not, that you're not going to get the wrong opinion about all this stuff. My mother is not innocent in about absolutely any sense. It appears as if she would have a Bluetooth in her ears because knows exactly what the fuck is doing. As if somebody would all the time talk to her about how to act, what to do. This stuff was also based on MK Ultra scenario. I told you that they talk about the brain implants and stuff like this they would give to the parents that you could not even find and stuff like this. They talked about this type of paranoia. Now I don't know. This is the area where the police cars, there were police cars right here, and they were dealing the tickets. Well, if I would be doing that kind of stuff, and I would be exceeding the speed limit, then guess what the fuck it would happen? Who waited for me here downstairs? A police did. You know, you take your mom on her grave, mother's grave, on her mother's grave, you be nice and so on, but what you get is a finger in your ass. And it's like this all the fucking time. It's all the fucking time. The way she is violent when it comes to this kind of issues. This what happened today was not isolated thing. Was not isolated thing. This shit goes on and on and on all the fucking time. All the fucking time. And you ask her, you beg her, whatever the fuck you do, and you're nice. And she returns back with the nastiness. And knows signs better the fuck than I do. She tells me how to interpret the signs. Actually misinterpret the signs. Keep asking me fucking stupid questions like, why don't you go? When in fact it's a sign that prohibits you to go till you make sure there is no car on the other side of the road if it's a road that indicates that it's too narrow and so the two vehicles would not meet. There is a sign who has an advantage over whom, from which direction and stuff like this. She knows fucking signs while never studying her hurries me, rush me into crazy situations all the fucking time. All the fucking time. And he's unhappy, miserable inside of the car whenever I try to do my best to help her. This here is where our house is in a Novo mesto. Old house is what I'm talking about. This here. This is where, practically, this is where I'm from. Basically, this house here in the city. And this is the street here that you see. You can pay attention to the signs here, because this is where the police was playing around with it. This is where they were playing. This became a play field. They were using signs, road regulations to misinterpret them, and even based on the stalkers that they would use in a traffic to intimidate with, harass with idea to scorn. Literally, you would have to go out of the car and slap the fucking driver behind you. Grab him, pull him out, and slap the fuck out of him to calm him down. This is how they do it. It's actually audio and it's video recorded. Stuff I'm talking about. This is the intersection. And as I would go with my mom in the morning, I would come from this direction right there. This would be the direction. And so my mom claimed here, right here, she claims that there is no other way you can go. There is no other way you can go. You can only go, either you can go straight, and in the direction down, you can go, you turn over to the left, or whatever the fuck she was saying. That's not true. I said to her, no. What I can do is, believe it or not, I said, you said that I cannot get there. No, you cannot get there. I said, yes, of course I can get there. There is a sign here. There is actually no sign here that would prohibit me from entering this street here, next to our old house. There is no sign. And guess, when I was going to do that stuff, because it's audio recorded, all this stuff, what happened? It's audio and it's video recorded, this stuff. I had a car stalker, a police stalker, who based on MK Ultra brainwash. The sign that you see right there, it says right there, not enter. And you see more than one sign. You see sign right there, you see sign right there. In fact, here is saying to you that you go straight, that this is, you have advantage. But this does not only mean that you can go straight. What the fuck is this here? No. Let me explain something. You have seen right now something that they just placed on, and whatever took place is exactly the way you see it. There was not a trace of what I demonstrated you yet. You see this? So this is something completely different. They started to upgrade, change, or whatever the fuck the case might be. You have all the fucking right, every fucking right you have. Let me explain something. See, this is the problem with these people, because they're playing with this kind of stuff. You see what they're doing? You have every right, I tell you. You see what they're doing. You see what kind of stupid shit this is. I mean, you see this here? You have every fucking right, if needed, to turn in direction exactly the way you see it right there. You can come and you can do this completely legally like this. Just like this, and you can go up the street. To make myself clear. You understand? You understand? That's your legal right. As a driver, if you want to go up there, you want to use the road up there, that's your legal right. There is nobody that can go and that can stop you from doing so. Yet I had a car, as I was going to do this stuff, I had a fucking car coming behind me that once I stopped here, once I came and I stopped right there here in order to make my left turn, I had a car behind me that started to honk like fucking crazy, for which the police, Novo Mesto police, stated me, oh well, whenever you are going to do this, so that means, not only that means, but they surveillance, they eavesdrop the car, they listen everything in the car, because it was in agreement with the mom we talk about, that I'm going to show her that you can also go up the street right past our house, that you can go. Man, with this kind of stuff that you see here in the middle of it now, you cannot do it. Because if you will try to do this, you're going to break the car. But this is just a recent shit they placed here. You understand? This is just that I'm not going to sound stupid now. Alright? I'm not here to make fool of myself either. This stuff here that you see, this is just a recent stuff. You understand? There was nothing like this before. You have every fucking right under the circumstances I described earlier. Without that crap right there they placed on, you have every right to make a left turn over there. Actually, even the road, if you look here, clearly indicates that, look at the car that is going up there. You see it? Well, a Novo Mesto animals, the animals from this so-called Novo Mesto police station promised me, Štefanič did, the funny man, Andrej Štefanič, Igor Juršić, director of the Novo Mesto police station, and others who watch this, psychiatrist Peter was all insane about this stuff. Yes, you do, but we will send you the car behind you. Hey, hoo hoo, ha ha. And when you will come here to the intersection, what we will do is, we will use this car behind you to drive you crazy, and your mother who will start to scream. They actually prided themselves on animalism, bestiality of my mother, a talent to convince you through some sort of allergic hysterical, hysterical, yell, cry, anger outburst that she does. They literally watched, surveillance the way that she was driving my father insane, audio recorded, eavesdrop on how the methods that she's using, and they started to do exactly identical stuff, and this based on even on a brainwash on me, using mother when father went inside of the hospital and home for elderly people. You understand what kind of fuck this is? Trust me, you wouldn't get 10% far with somebody like my mother the way I did. You can bet on it. Let me give you another example. She doesn't know one fucking, she knows maybe 5, not even, I don't know if she knows fucking 5 signs, driving signs, but she is just a crazy tool in hands of police. A lunatic, total lunatic. That you're not gonna think there's something wrong with me by any chance. The stuff that she is doing is fucking unbelievable, man. The stuff I was talking to you about, she's well aware of these roads from Bela Krajina to Novo Mesto because it was so many times with the police. Like I told you, 100 times plus, maybe even 150 times they drove to Bela Krajina and brainwashed also and especially always on the way back to Novo Mesto, or on the way to Bela Krajina. What they do is they fuck you. They just the idea about MK Ultra, about this stuff, is to disturb you as much as possible, to dement you before they actually set you up with some real car crash or something like that. This, for instance, a perfect example what I was talking about, that she always violently presented as that I'm not supposed to stop in this and that. You can see that you must fucking stop. There are 2 fucking mirrors that are used that you have to make sure there is no car coming from the opposite direction, because simply the road here it indicates it's too fucking narrow. Yet the lady is in a hurry to Eurospin. And that actually happened when I got that ticket for the illegal right turn. So they were sure that they are going to deprive me of the sanity in one way or the other. I'm going to collect the tickets based on speed, traffic violations, and even crashes. They were trying to engineer them. In other words, when they will be done with me, as Božičnik stated, you will not even have a driver license anymore. This was the ultimate goal of these animals from Novo Mesto police station, who constantly, ongoingly throughout the Novo Mesto misinterpreted traffic sign, traffic regulations. This was like their big gig. Based on interrogation, they would obtain the results from you. They interrogate you like a Gestapo interrogates, like a Joseph Stalinist KGB interrogation through the violence. They obtain the results. They get the results, and then when they start to fuck with you and misinterpret you, and they record themselves next with the booklets, with a computer in front of you, asking you questions to see how you know the traffic regulations and so on, and misinterpret them. This is what is inside of this bunker here. This is the Slovenian treasure right there, the Slovenian Christmas pay. It wasn't too long ago when I went to the Bela Krajina with my mother. I took her on a trip to Bela Krajina. But this road here, the Slovenian, is fucking insane. It's like a total... I don't even know how I would express myself. It's like truly a lunatical, the whole thing. Truly lunatical. Like when you come from this direction, you understand that this is the main road here. Let me demonstrate it. Vavta Vas. This is the direction of the Novo Mesto as you come. We're going to take directions. And we're going to take these directions. They go toward 2 directions. One go toward the Ljubljana. You see it? And another one goes toward Bela Krajina. See this? Chernobyl. Bela Krajina, this is the most important toward down south road. This one here. There is another road. Okay, this is the second most important. And the thing is that this is the same road, right? From the Novo Mesto, you see it? Now let me zoom here and I'm going to demonstrate you what kind of fucking shit this is. And they do this deliberately. They do it deliberately. I don't know if there are not any car crashes. If you are a tourist, I pray for you. I don't know what to tell you. But this is the way they have this crazy Slovenian demented traffic arranged here. Let me demonstrate you what the fuck this is. As you come here and you go in direction of the Bela Krajina, you travel like this. Vroom, 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 vroom. You come. Let me see that there were not any signs that I did not miss. I don't see any signs. I don't see any signs. Let's go. We go in direction of the Bela Krajina. So we are using the main road. This is the main road. We using the main road. There's a problem here. This sign here indicates that your main road will continue. However, it will continue in direction of what is known as a Straža, toward the right side, not straight. I don't know if you realize the fucking danger, but this is a fucking danger. It indicates you actually that you have a full advantage, that you are prednostna cesta, as you say. See the yellow with a, and as you continue here, now you meet this brilliant mind here from this fuckhole known as a Slovenian police, that you understand how the brain works. And as you continue, there is a big fucking problem here. It tells you that you are on prednostna cesta, you have advantage here. However, only if you continue on the right turn. As you are about to see, the right turn is bridge that will take you across the Krka River. And if you will go straight, this is most fucking insane. This is what is the most insane. This is what is the craziest part about it. We must see this sign here. This is a crucial, essential sign. I cannot afford myself not to demonstrate this fucking sign here, which is beyond insane. And guess what is out there? A lunacy. If you go to the bridge, if you go across the bridge, it says right there, you will get to Straža, you will get to Žužemberk, you will get to Kočevje, and you know what else is written out there? You're gonna get where you're gonna get? They tell you you're gonna get to Chernobyl. How the fuck are you gonna get to Chernobyl? How in the fucking world are you gonna get to Chernobyl? Chernobyl is where I would oftentimes take my mother to. And so how the fuck is that road gonna take you to Chernobyl? Look, let's do it again. I'm gonna take the directions and I'm just gonna type here, look, Chernobyl. Extremely important because it's a southern part of Slovenia. So it's extremely important if you are a truck driver or whatever, or you are a tourist and you are heading toward the Adriatic Sea. You understand me what the fuck I'm saying? Here is the Adriatic Sea. For you not to get lost. How can you get lost, right? Well, thanks to these animals that I demonstrate you very, very easily. They're the one that regulate this stuff. Extremely easy you can get lost. You can get lost by just simply going across the bridge by following the fucking crazy sign that suggests you that going across the bridge, you will in fact go toward Bela Krajina, which is not true. In fact, traveling across the bridge might actually even give you access, it gives you access to the main city of Slovenia. It's known as Ljubljana. If you continue toward, just as they suggest right here on this sign, Straža, Žužemberk, Kočevje, Chernobyl, yes? Let me demonstrate you. Dvor, Žužemberk, Kočevje. That means that once you get to the Kočevje, you have ability also to turn, to Žužemberk. Actually, before that, you have ability to turn toward Kočevje. So what kind of fucking sign is this shit here? What the fuck is this? You explain to me this. Why the fuck is it that Ljubljana is missing? And what the fuck is the Chernobyl doing next to Kočevje? Who sane would go to travel through Kočevje to Chernobyl. You're gonna say a lot of people because they do some delivery or something like that. That's what the fuck you have a GPS for. The GPS is not to match, actually, excuse me, the signs, traffic signs are not out there to match a fucking GPS crazy shortcuts. And you know, I don't even know how the fuck to say. Go riti u važar, they say in Slovenia. Around the ass in your pocket, basically. Why the hell would you go to Chernobyl when I demonstrated you how to get there in 33 minutes with the 33 kilometers? Why in the fucking world would you go to Chernobyl through Kočevje? Fucking explain to me this. Now you have just extended the trip to almost 90 kilometers and into 1 hour and a half. So that's why I said, God bless you tourists. I hope you are safe when you travel through this crazy motherfucker bullshit dementia. The way they do this stuff. Please be safe out there whatever the fuck you do. Why the fuck would you go and write down here that this is the road that's going to take you to Dolenske Toplice when in fact it's taking you to Bela Krajina, to Chernobyl and toward the Rijeka, toward Karlovac? Why? Why would you do this shit? This is the most important intersection, the most important intersection in which Slovenian police reserves the right to fuck you and say, Chernobyl is here, turn right. God knows how many people they manage to fuck like this. But I assume great many. Animals from Novo Mesto police station, the jacks from Novo Mesto police station, they don't even deserve the fucking driver licenses if you ask me. Went on to claim me Zajšek, Božičnik, Štefanič, investigators, Juršič, etc., etc., started to claim me together with the neighbor Yerman that it is like this, the sign posted like this, simply because... What kind of sign the fuck are we talking about, first of all? This sign. So did you start to understand this fuckerle, what they have inside of their brain also, how it functions? You see, if you go straight, you see what happened if you go straight? Do you see what happened if you go straight? You see it. The advantage road is the one that you turn right. That's your advantage road. That's the right. That's it. They told me the sign will be like this, that you have the prednostna cesta, advantage road, simply because simply the sign is like this because the road that goes straight is not so important. Really, the straight road that we came from Novo Mesto, the straight road that we came from Novo Mesto, and the main road, second main road for Bela Krajina, entire Bela Krajina southern region, they drive to Novo Mesto either through this road on a daily basis, to Renault, to Krka Pharmaceutical, to all these companies here in Novo Mesto. Either they drive through here or they drive through Ugorje, through other road that I demonstrated you. There are only two. Oh no, actually there is also Drganja Sela, that's another fuck up. We need to go back here to this place. You know what they told me? The Mentiaks told me. You realize we're talking about the police here. Garbage in blue uniforms, Slovenes. They told me, well, you see, they told me, the advantage, the road that gives you the advantage, prednostna cesta, turns right because it's going toward Ljubljana and not Bela Krajina. You see, Ljubljana is bigger than Bela Krajina. This is what Božičnik claimed in my face during MKH. That's the man who gave me the illegal right turn ticket in Vavta Vas. So that man is not only a good candidate for the jail, for the prison sentence, but he will be imprisoned. He's still working as a police officer, I bet. There is not a trace of the Ljubljana anywhere indicating Ljubljana, and what they say is Dolenjske Toplice, that's actually Bela Krajina, that's actually Chernobyl and Metlika and Karlovac and Rijeka and etc., the main road, the way I demonstrated you. Do you know what? Let me demonstrate you where Ljubljana is so that you get this kind of idea, that you understand what happened here in this intersection. This is Ljubljana. Go on, nobody fucking goes through Kočevje to Ljubljana unless you have some kind of delivery for Kočevje on your way to Ljubljana or something like that. If you do that, otherwise nobody normal does that. It takes 62 kilometers to get to Ljubljana, main city of Slovenia. Look, psychiatric clinic recently viewed. Yes, it is. 62 kilometers to Ljubljana, 55 minutes. When compared to Chernobyl through Kočevje. I already demonstrated you the lunacy of 190 kilometers, 1 hour and a half long trip. So do you realize what the fuck is this here? What kind of madness the fuck is this? Here comes the fucking craziest part. Now comes even the fucking craziest part. Now we approach this fucking intersection here. And guess what the fuck happens? There is a bridge here. Look at it. And on the bridge you get about the same fucking sign that says the right turn you have advantage. And the merging road, you see this sign here that you see on the right side of the, you see that the dot, you know, there's no way for me to demonstrate this shit. That's an indicator for the merging road. Like you see the sign is demonstrating you. How the fuck is this keep throwing me out of here? I'm not going to be using this shit no more because I don't know what's going on over there, but it always throws me out. Basically, it's the same kind of sign that you see here. It definitely is indicating that you have advantage and period and disadvantage, you know. And if you go straight, it indicates whatever is straight toward Bela Krajina. As I told you, this is the most important route toward Bela Krajina. Ljubljana is pretty big, about 250,000 people, 300,000 people, I don't know how many. But Bela Krajina is crucial. Not more for anyone other than the tourists that travel to Croatia or, you know, through the area and are familiarized with. And so you see, let me demonstrate you like this. I'm also stupid. See this here? This is the sign for the merging road. This is where you merge on the road which has advantage. That right there. That's what I was going to show you. The same shit is where you go to the bridge. And what happened with the people is this fucking signs here that are this, it will fool a lot of fucking people because you drive straight. This is the main road, the road that we are driving. This kind of road is like the main thing, interregional thing. Many people will not even see the fucking signs. It'll continue. Am I actually even go through here without actually noticing that you're not supposed to just cross just like this? Because it's cars that come from the bridge and might crash you, because the same shit is indicated here on this side of the road. They say that this is the main road. They say, you know what it says here? Just fucking drive. Drive. That's it. Drive. There is only a merging road. Right out on the right side is nothing other than merging road. And you may have a crash. Whatever is the fuck you do, you might end up with a crash. You might end up having a crash from the vehicle that is coming across the bridge. And let's see what else the fuck is happening. Now you're coming from Bela Krajina. You might be even coming here from Kočevje or Ljubljana. There is also a route that allows you to cross the Krka River in some other location, a little higher up there. Or come from Kočevje from other direction. And you come here, you come from Germany, and you're not familiarized with, well, okay, this will work for me. This is a normal thing. There is a sign here that indicates stop, and it also indicates two merging roads, which would also include this road here. And this is about the only fucking normal thing about this intersection here. Because the rest of it, this shit here, the way they present this stuff, this shit is fucking deadly. And yeah, man, it easily can cost you a life. I bet there were some accidents here already. What the fuck am I proposing here for this stuff here? What exactly am I proposing here? Basically what I would do to do different here in this intersection, I will make a stop sign right here. You see this cross right there? I would make people to stop. And the same thing I would do is right here. Did you see right here? Where you have the sign right there, I would indicate for the people to stop. I would give the people not the stop sign, but I would give the people a triangle that would indicate that it's an intersection where you might proceed unless there is another vehicle in the intersection. As a matter of fact, what the fuck I would do is, I wouldn't even do, that's crazy. What the fuck I would do is, I wouldn't even think twice. I would make sure that if you travel straight, as most people travel straight, the sign, you see, I even came out stupid now because of this stuff here. The only thing I would do is, let's do this instead. The only thing I would do is, I would indicate people that this is your choice. That's all the fuck I would do. You understand me what the fuck I'm saying? This is what I would do here. Then we go across. Yes, because it's a simple thing. It's a very simple thing. Very, very simple thing. That's exactly what the fuck I would do. When it comes to breach, there's a sign. This is, I'm going to show you what actually normal is, what really signalization should be, and because of those animals is not. The only thing I do here in this place here is a line here where it says stop. Sorry, that even that stuff is wrong. That stuff is completely wrong. That was also a stupid thing. Well, what the hell am I doing here? Let's go to the rondo, the way you see it here. We're gonna go to the rondo like this. We go a little bit further. Let me see if I can see one of those signs. I just saw the fucking sign and now I don't see it. Yeah, there you go. Now we have the sign right here. That's a sign, that's your sign. It's a simple thing. I don't know what happened to me, sorry folks. Sorry, that's actually stupid. Yeah, that is actually really, really stupid. That's actually that's actually very, very, very stupid. What the fuck is with me, eh? Stop sign right there. Stop right here. This is what the fuck I do. Why do I do this? Because the cars travel straight from direction of the Novo Mesto city. It is just as simple. That's all there is to it. And if you want to proceed toward the Novo Mesto city, you had to enter the intersection with a caution and then proceed in whichever direction you wish to. It is just as simple as this. No mercy. And when it comes to the other road here that you see, this road here, this sign here, this stuff here, did you see the way this stuff is done? I would not touch it in absolutely any fucking way. Sorry, even this one I would have to change. Let me see this. If you go straight, there is no reason for you to be troubled at all. So this sign here eventually would have been replaced that sign right there would have been replaced with, let's see this. You saw exactly what the hell I would do with that one. Now you have the idea for every one of the intersections the way I would do. I would replace the sign that you see right there, the stop sign, with what you see right here. And that is, my friends, ciao amore, the most normal, not sick, but normal thing to do. That's all the fuck there is to it. That's the way the traffic regulations work. This is the way the traffic stuff, the way it's done. According to the law, the way it is, it's exactly like this and nothing different. Vroom, like this. You get it? That's it. Yeah. That is a trouble. Let me just see something else. That's exactly the way this stuff is supposed to be. The only problem is that the sign that you see right there, this sign here, the way you see this stuff here, should have been replaced with this other sign, and I think that should do it. And maybe also some other sign, I don't know. Doesn't come to me right now, but with this kind of sign that you see right there, this kind of sign would actually take care yeah, there probably would have been some yellow stuff, you know, something that would give yeah, that may be a little bit confusing. I'm thinking about this kind of stuff. Because yeah, definitely you would have to let the traffic go straight, unobstructed. There is a blue line that also indicates direction, but the blue one, of course, to make the left turn right there, you cannot do it. This intersection warning left, this is the proper sign, and I don't know if this would be possible to do with the in a connection with the sign that I demonstrated you over there. Then I would even have to go through the signs to see how that stuff would be regulated, right? This, for me, would be simply resolved with, let me demonstrate you. I don't even know why the hell do I complicate this stuff. By simply placing this stuff here like this. Just like this. And a sign. Caution when, if turning left. That's all there is to it. You got advantage. You can go straight. That's what this shit is for. This here stuff that you see here, this indicates nothing. This is joke here. This is just a joke. This is just the local streets. Oh no, shit. They were taking me through these streets here. This is a road that goes to my sister, Draganja Sela. This is not a joke. This is also a very serious road. I a bit underestimated. This is really strange type of. See, there is a stop right there. It's rather a strange. No. What the fuck? This is another road, and no. We are talking about. Well, where the hell is that sign? Okay, so yeah, we are talking about this here, this thing here. We're talking about this here. This road here that you see right there, the only thing I would do is I close the fucking road and that's the end of it. End of Amore, that's it. Road closure right there. End of play for me when it comes to that stuff. You come here to the intersection. This is none of my business. The problem is this here. The road is open here, and the road shouldn't be even open. They alone created a problem out of no problem. Again, they made it possible for people to go through here. What the fuck? No. This is gonna be way better. They created something that is just as you saw it right there, not supposed to exist. You see this here? This should have been closed. This stuff here should have been closed. It should have been only available to the local traffic. See this? You fucking nobody to come here to me on an intersection. You need to report yourself right here to the stop sign and follow the regulations before you can include yourself in a traffic. I do not recognize this as a valid, directly connected to the intersection itself. Any kind of. You understand what the fuck I say? This shit here doesn't fucking exist. This exists because of these Talibans from Novo mesto. Otherwise, under no normal circumstances, this shit would exist. Should be a road, should have been closed. That stuff is just making people crazy. Not really, but on the other hand, yes, really. Because it makes the sign that's basically turn left. It makes one sort of invalid. You know what I mean? It's basically would be deliberately is out there, open the road so that they question the real regulation, which I portray you right here, the way the road should be regulated. This is the way the road should be regulated. There should be a sign like I demonstrated you on this side of the road, not a stop sign, but you're going straight, just keep fucking driving. Look, I would maybe even put the sign, proceed with the caution, the triangle that I had a little earlier. Because why would the fuck I do this? I would do this because this is very, very, very bad visibility here. This is a little bit scary, you must admit, when you come like this from around the corner here. And you come as a tourist, and the road basically goes straight, and people drive 50 kilometers an hour, that kind of stuff. And if you have that kind of sign, like this fucking sign here, you might actually have a problem, because somebody might be coming from the bridge after he already stopped the sign, and you have people who race with the cars and will race through here. The poor guy will try to get to the bridge, where he just stopped on a stop sign, and he might be the fucking guy from the left side that might actually, as you will attempt to make your left turn here, who will come from this side here, from this road here, and might fucking smash you. You know, I mean, it's just a caution when it comes to the sign that can save lives, basically. It is just as simple as this. That's why I would do it this way. That's why I would not play with this is what they studied. This is what the idiots studied for 15 years, this intersection. That's why I address them as idiots. All of them, the entire crew, they were puzzled and thought about for 15 fucking years. They puzzled themselves with this shit. Man, if you fucking ask me, these people are never capable to find the answer, to put it plain and simple. You can regulate, probably better not, this road because of the so much traffic that goes through. But the thing is, truly, that some foreigner, somebody that would go through this shit, that you would, you could end up with a crash vehicle. In my opinion, the stop sign should have been, look, see this here? In my opinion, the stop sign should have been right there. And as far as I'm concerned, you do have advantage to go straight from that direction, either from that direction or this direction, if going in direction of the city, but not if making your left turn, obviously. Not because of the traffic that comes from the bridge, and not foremost because of the traffic that comes from the city. This is the way at least I see it. This shit is not so isolated incident. We got more of this crap. We got more of this stuff. They have a lot of areas that are with reduced road, and with my mother, last time I was taking her to Bela Krajina, za dan mrtvih, that's basically November the 1st, I took her to Bela Krajina, pushing me to do crazy stuff again in Bela Krajina, basically in not too far from Chernobyl. As you go from Semic and you continue toward Chernobyl, there is it's called the Chernomylska obvoznica. That's a bypass for Chernobyl they created. And you can see here this company known as Akrapovic, that kind of stuff, they have it. And what it is this is a commercial way around the city Chernobyl itself, so you know, you don't go through this old streets, narrow streets, that kind of stuff, traffic, city traffic. It's kind of weird. But nah, I mean, you make it through normal. It's alright, it's normal. But what digged me up again is the traffic regulation at this location right here. As I came from the city of the Novo mesto, I came from direction of the Novo mesto, And so I came here. Hold on a moment. The limit is now reduced to 50 kilometers an hour. We have the intersection with a pedestrian walk, with a bicycle trail right there on the side. And it goes straight to go Chernobyl, bypass, everything normal, completely normal. With my mother going totally insane again. With my coming here to this location right here, and with what was just based on police instructions, brainwash, demanded from me to proceed with the idiot behind me horning me. When you come, yes, again you have the sign. And this is the sign that gives you advantage. However, it gives you advantage only if there is no traffic coming from your right side. If you are to proceed straight. And under no other circumstance. We have again the same fucking shit. The same fucking crazy shit as the one we were just dealing with not too far from there in Novo Mesto region, basically. Straža region. The same fucking shit. I had an asshole behind me that started to honk and horn. That I have to started to push me with my mother. What the fuck are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Why don't you go straight? Why don't you go? He also was involved in MK Ultra with a vehicle coming from the right side. You see the sign right there? It indicates that he's got advantage, just like I have. I only have advantage from stopping only if I turn right, otherwise not. And let me demonstrate you. As he comes from this side, from this direction, look at the fucking sign. You see what the fuck I'm saying? So what I do is I slow down here and I let the person go, make his turn from the right side that you see onto where this car is here, so that he can proceed in direction of the Novo Mesto. Right? So I have a car coming here, and he's got advantage. As I come here, the sign also indicates I have advantage. But I have advantage here, and I also have advantage to go forward, but not if the car is coming from the right side. See what the fuck is this? You see what this shit is? So what I do is, I slow down, and I wait for this fucking car to merge in direction of the Novo Mesto and continues this way before me proceeding straight toward Bela Krajina, toward Chernobyl center city. My mother had a problem. The fucking guy stalked to the so now I'm dealing. The mother cries, why you do that? Why you, wow. We come to this location here. This is another one. Another great place. Narrow for the trucks. Height size. Just 40 meters if you're going to turn your right. Again, This kind of sign right there indicates this would be your advantage to do so. This is the area where my mother was. Let me see this here. With the police antagonizing, going insane. And actually this is true. Look at that. This shit, it appears that it will change the signal if you come close enough to the sign only. If you don't come enough close to the sign, it will not change the fucking sign. So if you don't stop right here, it will not change the sign. If you stop here, you might have a difficulty even to see the fucking light from the car, as you already all know. So stopping your car somewhere where the arrow is, something like that, that's not going to even change this fucking signal. This was a play with the Robert Golob, again with the animals from Novo mesto. Location where they were driving me, Štefanič, Juršić, they were driving in I would say to this shit, Božjast. Fucking sick motherfuckers. They were completely absorbed with the torture pertaining to the sensors. That the same shit on this side of the light. This is again the place where again you must come close to the semaphore light enough for the semaphore light to change the fucking light. Do you have this anywhere in Europe, this kind of stuff? You probably do, but don't you think there should be some kind of signal here that will say to you, drive on here or whatever, so that it would change the signal? I think it would be. I don't know. You just don't see shit like this every day. The car stalked behind me to the city Chernobyl. This is where I continue. You have the sign right here that says you're gonna have to stop. It's equivalent to the stop sign, this sign here. Within 40 meters you're gonna have to do that. And as I continue here to this intersection where you can actually even see the stop sign, the fucking guy comes behind me and start to fucking horn and push with my mother screaming inside of the car. Again, all based on MK Ultra scenario to the degree that I go and I actually pull the fucking... And what I do is I drive on the side just like I did with the truck that was going straight in my ass. And I let him go past me and then I go behind him. And what I do is I snag his license plate and everything describing about the stuff that went on. This is the way this shit was. This is the way to travel with the mom. She basically demanded from me to not stop on a double stop sign in pretty much exactly same fashion as to what she have done inside of the city, inside of the other locations, and completely coordinated based on total agreement with the Novo mesto police. So you have somebody who doesn't know fucking shit about the signs, at least supposedly not, and who somehow knows exactly whether you are allowed to stop through hysterical outbursts inside of the car. Whether you're allowed to stop or not. To me personally, I would almost say that I describe a mental patient, but it's not. Really, it's not. She's well coordinated with the police. She knows up to the last millimeter about what the fuck she's doing. There is a lot of other stuff like this that I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. But this video, this is just to explain to you that you might even got impression something wrong with me, because, you know, I had her enough of fucking step out of the car, and I told her, you know, first of all, what I did was when she opened the trunk here in front of the store, I really wanted to give her a lesson. And it wasn't about her. It was about her, and it was not about her. I wanted not only her, but I want the police to get a lesson that you don't do this when I drive the fucking car. When I drive the car, you're not going to be doing this when I even drive the fucking car. You understand? You're not going to be doing this shit when I drive the fucking car. You won't do it. She opened the fucking trunk. I pulled the car forward. That's what the fuck I did. I stepped out of the car and I said, you don't open the trunk when I'm trying to park the car. She saw the car. She knew exactly what I was going to do. You don't do this. You wait for the car to stop so that we can put things on a right place inside a car. I told her, you never do that to me again. I mean, through the traffic, through the jam of the traffic and so on, you don't even allow the man to do the fucking job as a driver. I mean, you break his balls all the fucking time. It is simple as this. I did this to explain my own way. You don't do this shit. You don't fucking do this stuff to me. Even that you have a cameras, even that you intimidated with a psychiatrist proxy, they even insisted that he is not too far from there. There is inside of the apartment building watching this and so on. Insisted me that they're gonna do this stuff for my sake to help me out, to get the proof against the mother. I don't need no fucking proof against the mother. So like the mother would be doing this kind of stuff to self-sacrifice to, in a parenthesis, save me and etc. etc. No man, you don't fucking do that stuff. This shit is identical to the stuff that I described here. It's identical to the stuff that I described here. This shit here. The fucking guy claimed that he's gonna give Americans some money. He would be giving Americans money so that he could save me. From whom? Claimed that I have the worst person in the world, that entire America hates me, and with a Donald Trump and with the fucking US Congress, that I'm such a bad person, I cannot be safe unless Americans get the money, and they're the person who's going to do that, obviously such a disgusting act of saving me, have to bribe public opinion with a lot of money, and etc. etc. Fuck you, motherfuckers, say. You destroyed me 54 years of life. You enforced extermination procedure in the most disgusting, obnoxious way possible. And then you want to go and present yourself in this kind of light? That's what you want to do? You want to do that? I told my mom, don't ever fucking do that, because I'm going to fucking slap you the fuck out in a fucking asphalt inside. Never fucking do that to me again. Knowing there were cameras and stuff like that. Did this to intimidate the people behind the cameras. I don't fucking owe you anything. When I'm behind the wheel, drive, have a good time next to me, enjoy yourself, but shut the fuck up when it comes to signs, road regulations, or even try to break my balls for coming to pick you up, doing my best to assist you, to help you out. Don't fucking do that to me. I don't owe you nothing other than kicking your ass. Every fucking one of you involved in it. It's up to me how to see you. And if you don't want me to see you in a positive light, I'm gonna fuck you up. This is the message. There's no other message. You're gonna behave normally when you're with me. When you're with somebody else, do whatever the fuck you wanna do. With my mom and my dad, the way this stuff was, my father would sometimes even leave home and leave mother inside of the city, because he would be waiting, and mother would not come inside of the stores and all kinds of shit. And or he would go and he would do stuff like this deliberately. They were biting one another and stuff. You know, I don't do that kind of stuff. I have everything documented on the telephone. I also video record the stuff, and I'm gonna fuck you up. You're not gonna play with me games. This is the fucking message. Whether you have the fucking camera or you don't have the fucking camera, you're gonna fucking respect the law. I'm not using the camera to violate the law. It's not gonna be like police said to me, the way they interpreted the law. They said, well, this is the law. The law is gonna be right here. We are gonna be coming right here. And you are gonna be allowed only to come up to here. If you will go across, as we will attack you, you will get arrested through this. It doesn't work like this. You will do whatever the fuck you're supposed to do. You can collect yourself proofs, whatever the fuck you want to do. Trust me, the last one is going to be on me against you. None of the people who committed all kinds of crimes that you steer them into crimes mentioned the case MK Ultra. Folks, on Google House at times, because this is blog. I'm gonna say my biography, but this is the outstanding work I did to demonstrate the people existence of MK Ultra with the proofs involved in it, demonstrating how it works. Obviously, even pertaining to the road regulations and stuff with which they attempted to suspend my driver license, all kinds of stuff went on. Steer me into accidents. It would be really bad if I would smash myself into vehicles the way they created traffic jams and steer me through the side roads into all kinds of situations. None of the people that you screwed up ever mentioned MK Ultra. That's pretty much the stuff I talk about all the fucking time. This is not a blog. These are not videos. This is the report on crime. Some of which police is very, very well aware of it. They don't even want to modify the fucking traffic regulations so that would fit the law, basically. That would be the road regulations that will match, you know, normatives of normal society. It's plenty of this. It's too much to talk about because they were playing with the signs all the way to Bela Krajina and study them. Watch me how I interpretate them and misinterpretate and, you know, imagine. And this stuff went on during my truck driving career in the United States of America with FBI, CIA giving these people full ability to play, misinterpret laws. In Slovenia, where they would hijack me and they would do the stuff like this, I don't think that's good for anybody. It doesn't concern only Slovenia, it also concerns American FBI, CIA. They were doing this kind of stuff. It concerns the people in a road traffic, in safety, and I don't think that this is, frankly, I don't think that this is the way to go. Yeah, so just maybe you don't want to cross that Chernobyl that you see right there out and right instead Ljubljana. And maybe you do want to fix the signs also here so that people can drive safely. this is under no circumstances normal thing. In fact, when making a left turn, as you come from the opposite side of the road, when you come from this side of the road, the sign should also be indicating to you that to make a left turn, you actually need to stop. I don't have the ability. I would have to go see a little bit this stuff to come up with this kind of sign solution to give you. But yes, man, if you were here making a, but this would be more or less like that. But yeah, the traffic, you have to pay attention based on what I demonstrated to merging from the bridge, because really the bridge is really just a side traffic in this case here, just as is the case with a traffic on the other side of the bridge, where one road is coming from direction of the Novo mesto and the other one is coming from direction of Ljubljana, Kočevje, if you like, whatever you want to call that. So yeah, I actually really do think that this is all fucked up, that this is actually not even here they mention Ljubljana or anything like this. They could mention here Žužemberk, Ljubljana, you know, and Kočevje separately, and instead of Prečna, maybe they should mention maybe here Novo mesto and stuff like that. This is just bullshit. I would not even mention this stuff. Maybe I mention this stuff the most because this is just a bridge that you go through. That's all the fuck there is to it. But the roads that connect all this, they come from Novo mesto, is this direction, and toward Ljubljana, toward Žužemberk. Actually, Kočevje also is toward this direction here. And the same shit is here. All the stuff that you see here, this is practically just a part of the short bridge. This little bridge here that you see, that's all the hell there is. We have the same thing here. Novo mesto, just as it indicates here, and it is here Dolenske Toplice, that's actually towards Črnomelj, Bela Krajina, and etc., etc., etc. Dolenske Toplice also. Through Dolenske Toplice, yeah. Dolenske Toplice are not bigger than Črnomelj. It is just as simple. I would have to study the science a little bit, science in general a little bit. But yeah, this here for me, this option here, that you come straight, and the only thing you get is this sign here, that you come like this, and you find yourself in inferior situation from proceeding the road because of the fucking traffic that's coming from the bridge from nowhere, basically. That's crazy, man. This is where we proceed. This is where we go toward Bela Krajina, the main thing, basically. This is where entire Bela Krajina, entire region from Bela Krajina is coming to Novo mesto for work. So this is bizarre. To me, this is bizarre shit. This is southern Slovenia, basically. All these cities here, Črnomelj, but also this here, Croatian, Karlovac, Semič, all this, Dolenske Toplice, this is all depends on this road here that goes straight from Novo mesto toward here. And as you see, that one from Novo mesto is connected to the Krško, Brežice, and so on. It's, yeah, this is the way it works. This is the way, this is the way things are. This is how it works. This is the main road, is this one here through Ugorje, as I demonstrated you. But the second main thing that's happening for for Bela Krajina is actually this one here, Semič, Chernomil. This is very, very important road also here. Not you know, not only because people would travel to the Novo mesto, but you see Chernomil, Semič, Uršna Sela, all this here, Dolenske Toplice, all this stuff. It goes directly to Ljubljana. You see, it goes directly through the Žužemberk Dvor, toward Ivančna, Grosuplje, and then toward Ljubljana. So I have no fucking idea how their logic, how do they interpret this stuff, how they regulate this stuff. This is maybe so far so good. Maybe no car crashes or whatever, but to me that's just bizarre. It's a bizarre thing. In this type of studies, in this type of craziness, with which police, I don't know what they hope for. They're gonna demonstrate that I have no fucking clue about the traffic regulations or whatever. Miran Sodin was directly involved in it. Kučan. This was one of the main things they studied. They know exactly about the stuff that I talked to you about today. They studied and spent a lot of time with Golobic, with Kučan, Robert Golob. Exactly the locations that I was talking about to you today, about the stuff I was talking to you about today. They studied and studied and studied this stuff. Even with Miran Sodin, an animal who on November the 30th, 2025 went on to order psychiatric hospitalization, was talking to me in this area here of this. This was nothing other than torture from house to house, everything. About where I will fail, the what is gonna screw me, that about the signs and regulations they were playing with. This is basically not a police work to go and misinterpret and steer a person literally into a danger based on psychiatric dementia, violence, gaslighting basically. This is not the way the fuck it works. It doesn't work like that. Can't be doing that stuff. Fix your fucking signs first. Then talk to people about this is a stupid comment because it's about the gaslighting. Obviously this isn't about talking somebody, but driving people insane into accidents. We'll also demonstrate you quickly on how this stuff properly is done for you to understand what actually should have been done and what actually shouldn't be done in the intersection. By the way, this is the earliest involvement into the traffic regulations of Milan Kučan, who personally involved me in this case. In this sign change already when I was like 14 years of age. He kept coming here and he kept studying here, and he alone had problems with this stuff. I just realized that there actually was a sign here. I think there was a sign stop here, so that this here no wonder became for the police like a training ground of something, like a wonderland. This is just the way Milan Kučan had a problem with this intersection, and what they did was they changed the whole fucking thing into ideology of Milan Kučan. This is what Janez Ogulin will explain all about. Play with the signs in this intersection here on behalf of politician known as Milan Kučan personally. The way this intersection presents an issue coming from Bela Krajina, Chernomil here toward Novo mesto, it's a really simple thing. The way you do this, it's a simple thing. The way this stuff is done is by simply assuring yourself that the drivers for whom I indicated would travel through here would have advantage, right? So I indicated that whether you would be traveling straight or whether you will be traveling in this direction, basically down here in this direction from the city, you would have advantage. You would not have to stop for anybody. This is the way I regulated this stuff here. It would be the best for everybody. This is what I deem. It would only present a problem for the people that would be merging from the bridge, either in direction of the city or either in direction of Bela Krajina. And it would also present the challenge for the people merging in direction of the bridge from Bela Krajina, like this, basically, right? So how do you regulate? How do you solve this issue? It's a simple thing. You make the tracks like this that demonstrate basically the road as you come, where you would travel. What do you need to complete basically your project, right? So clearly this is basically the passage that you would need to assure that you in going straight and traffic coming from the incoming direction would not be disturbed in absolutely any way. This is one thing that you do. This is your job you need to do. The second thing you need to do is you need to place the stop sign. You need to place the stop sign for the people merging from the bridge. Where are you going to place the stop sign for the people merging from the bridge? Well, this is an easy thing to do. If you were to merge on the bridge from the direction that I demonstrated you right here, you would be coming from Bela Krajina. Then you would have to make a certain sacrifice, basically like this. So that you could merge to the direction of Bela Krajina. This would be basically your sacrifice. Coming from Bela Krajina, right? That's what we did right now. So you will be coming out, you will be either going straight or you'll be going toward the bridge, whichever direction that will be, right? If you would want to turn here toward bridge from direction that we are heading right now, you have to consider all this stuff, and then it's a really easy thing to do. The question here is what to do in this case here. What to do with the traffic that mostly is, because you already resolved these problems. You resolved the problems for the incoming traffic coming toward you, and you're heading toward the city. We're gonna solve the problem right now by imposing the stop sign for the people coming from the bridge. That's basically this traffic here that comes and needs to merge to what otherwise now is like a road that of course you need to stop to make sure that there's no traffic coming from the either direction as you come from the bridge, right? So how the hell do we do this stuff? Well, you do this stuff by simply creating a stop line, and not where the stop line was before, because this stop line here, as it was before, it was posted right here. It doesn't resolve any issues, right? So what you need to do is, you cannot, because you have to have a clear vision of the cars that are traveling from both directions. And that means that your line, stop line, where you need to stop if you're to merge onto this road, in direction of the city needs to be posted at around, I estimated around this distance here, like that. So your stop would classically be at around this place. I beg your pardon, it might actually even sound a bit strange because you go through the bridge, and rather than to travel in this direction toward the city and merge in direction of the city, you even have to make a little sacrifice to come here to this location here. It is very important so that you have a clear vision from both directions. You cannot do it any other way. And when it comes to the traffic signs, you can also not do it any other way. What we have over there is just something based on Milan Kučan needs, and that's all there is. You see, you have to see this stuff here. You have to see it clearly, both directions. You have to see this directions, the car traveling through here in this direction, and you also have to see cars traveling in this direction toward the city. You need this, okay? And for you to do this, yes, you cannot stop where this stupid sign is. You cannot stop where they used to have the sign over here. And that's exactly what also I was trying to say to them. Before in Yugoslavia, I think the stop sign was here. You cannot do that stuff. So that means that yes, man, you have to come here. You need to do this. You need to put the double stop sign. You need to put the fucking sign. Let's go to the bridge area for me to demonstrate you where do you need to put the sign. I cannot believe that this is such idiots. I hardly can believe that they are so illiterate people, and my goodness, we're talking about the fucking police here. And this is basically what they do for a living. Scary. You may want to say it's all because of one politician, but you're no fucking police anyways. Where the hell would you have to stop to do this stuff here? Well, do you see it here? You don't. Where do you see it? You don't see it anywhere here because they don't want you to see it. They don't want you to have a solution to this problem, because it's a problem that Milan Kučan created. Obviously, that you need to have this vision in order to make a certain secure turn toward the city. So that means that we would be going just about, let me demonstrate, let me see this here, where the hell this would be. Just about a little over. Okay, I get it. I get it. That means we will be just going about something like this. That means if this here, let me see if I can get a better grip of this stuff here. There's like a better way of doing this stuff now. It threw me out. It won't give me any better grip. This is it. Based on what I have seen right here, this here, and I'm gonna say to you that the proper signaling for this road would look exactly like this. this here, this would be your classic stop right here. This is where you would stop with the car. Holy shit, I don't even have to do that kind of stuff. It's much better, much easier than that. It's so much easier to do this stuff because you go here and you make this. So yeah, the road where you would stop, classically by the law you would stop right here like this. Yeah, this is basically where you would have to stop. Why would that be like this? Well, that would be like this simply because you have to make sure that the people that are coming from this direction here are not obstructed by your making your stop, basically, as you proceed toward the actually I'm even mistaken about that stuff. I am thinking about, as we said, that you would make things better for the people that will be coming from, that will be basically from this direction here. You would be merging onto this road here like this. This is what that will look. As you would be coming basically like this here, right? So now for me to make sure that you stop on the right location, you need to stop right here. That's basically this location right here is where you would classically have to stop to make sure that there are no basically you would have to stop here like this, and this would solve all the problems as far as the fuck I am concerned. This here is a stop sign right here, and this is what makes sure that nobody would suffer accident. Just like this. Look, this is your stop sign right there. The police spoke to me about one thing. They admitted all this, but they insisted that there is nowhere that stop sign could be posted. Well, of course there is always a place for the fucking stop sign, even in a situation like this. Of course there is plenty space for their stop sign. They say no, it's not. Let me demonstrate to you. There is everything, plenty of it. This is where you will be stopping your vehicle to make safe turn toward the city. The other stuff is not even important. It's not important because you know it's gonna have, if you turn right here, you're gonna have a minor problem. But yeah, since that the cars are flying through this, I would not give you proceed with the caution. I would also require you to stop here. So how the fuck do you put the sign that clearly specifies that you need to stop here? Basically either here, or if you like, either here. Since you see there is no land, there is no ground, there is nothing like this that you would put the sign. How do you do this kind of stuff? Well, the way you do it is basically you use the technology like this. This is what Milan Kučan had the biggest problem with. Yeah, Milan Kučan totally analyzed this stuff. The way you do this stuff is basically do it exactly like this. I just changed the regulations deeply when it comes to this intersection here. It reminds of those in Yugoslavia now. Yes, but the thing is that these are illogical, not like in Yugoslavia things. You can travel, you can go straight, everything you can. Yes, you can. As you make your turn from, if you like, you come from direction of Bela Krajina, Dolenske Toplice, you're gonna make a turn like this, and basically, let's put it straight. First of all, you go straight. As you come through the breach, you go straight, because you need to stop. The second of all, I think I solved everything. There is no need necessary to say anything anymore. We need the stop sign. The stop sign must be, you must stop where the visibility is very, very clear. The only location that is clear for me personally is the one that you see right there. Now, these idiots in Slovenia, they did not heard about the signs like this, it appears. Let me demonstrate you what kind of sign that is. That basically would be a sign like this. Milan Kučan stated that I will to come to conclusion that the best sign is the one that was in the Yugoslavia. Yeah, that's what he claimed, and this is where we come to the end. This is the end of MK Ultra. That's what Kučan claimed me. He said it's gonna be like me. He said that this is the sign that Lojze Peterle and Dmitry Rupel and others demanded to be changed. But these are idiots if that's true. Complete idiots. This is your sign. You understand? And what I need is basically this sign copy pasted right here. In reality, Milan Kučan had problem with something else. When the politicians even start to know about the signs too much, it's a really problem. I was always of opinion the politicians should not put their nose into the signs. This is for the police to decide, because they, based on observation of the road, incidents, accidents, they, you know what I mean? This is the stop sign. What you see right there, that's a stop fucking sign. That's your stop sign. That's how the proper stop sign. That's what that stuff looks like. Without any philosophy. The stuff that was in Yugoslavia was crazy. That's a total lunacy, complete. Why? But how the fuck can you have a stop sign here? This is where the stop sign was. In Yugoslavia. Long fucking time ago, 35 plus years ago. How the fuck can you have sign like this here, stop sign? You don't see a fucking thing ahead of you, do you? Do you have a clear vision? No, you don't. So you cannot have no fucking stop sign anywhere over there. You need the clear vision to make that final decision about the fucking stop. But if you put the stop sign here, the way I demonstrated you, and you put another fucking stop sign over here, few meters later, Is it gonna hurt you if you put 2 stop signs? Is it like, is it pain because you have 2 stop signs here? It's not a pain. Further, the first stop sign should have been maybe placed here, like this. And there should be a sign here next to it. Like 20 meters. You know, 20 meters from here you have a stop sign. You don't think that gives you a signal that you need to pay attention to the stop sign? That they have 2 signs for the stop sign to give you a signal that within 20 meters there will be an important stop sign you have to pay attention to because it's a crossroad, it's an intersection. Who the fuck said that you cannot have a fucking stop sign? Why is it the hell that you cannot have a stop sign? Who the hell told you that? Yes, you can have a stop sign. You can have a stop sign like this. You can have a stop sign like, let me demonstrate you this. You can have a stop sign like this. There's a fucking way to have a stop sign. There are ways to have a stop sign. They have stop signs like this everywhere in the world, in America, in every fucking place in the world. They have a stop signs like this. They have stop fucking signs everywhere in the world. They have a stop signs like this. Milan Kučan bragged about that he would not want to lose this year. The road signs are not about the fucking politicians, but about the fucking traffic, so the traffic travels smoothly through. You understand? This isn't about who is right as a politician, but this is about road regulations. What is the smoothest, the most normal way without getting people in accident, basically assuring that the road goes smoothly so that the accidents would not take place, so that people engaging in traffic go safely. This is what the fuck this is. This is about the fucking political points, arguing about the politics. This is directly regulation in which Milan Kučan directly was involved together, even with Alois Peterle, with Dmitry Rupel, and etc., Janez Janša, and so on. And directly through Novo Mesto police station, these people even played signs, road regulations, etc., and they're all going to have to respond for this crime. Thank you for this one. So this is basically how you regulate that. You don't need to. The stop sign can be, as long as it's posted safely, that is not obstructed anybody, that travels through. You might put down the sign here somewhere. 20 meters earlier, you can put the extra sign here as people travel. Just like the sign that is already posted over there that you saw that I deleted away. To alert people there is a fucking stop, important stop. But this makes sense? For me it does, because it assures the traffic, a smooth traffic toward Bela Krajina, toward Dolenske Toplice, basically, in direction here. Well, what about coming from this direction here? What about this direction here? This is what Božičnik. This is all police. This is all catching police, folks. For me, this is very, very essential stuff. This is what Božičnik insisted me. He's gonna have to explain all this stuff. This is what Božičnik insisted me, that the only other way to regulate this into the traffic is, the other way that you would regulate this into the traffic is by you basically placing this type of sign, basically. Am I gonna get lucky enough to get this shit here? I gotta do this. Ah, okay, I got him. You see that sign? Proceed with a caution. This will be a sign. This will be a classic sign that you would be using for this type of stuff. And it's exactly this type of sign you would attach, just to do what you demonstrated you right there. I demonstrated you. This is what Božičnik insisted will be the only other solution to this issue. Basically, would be this kind of sign that would look like this here. This is what he's gonna have to explain. That's what he claimed, that the only way for you to do this would be to simply remove the other sign which I indicated would be used for, and use instead this here. So that's what he claimed. That's the only way to fix that intersection. That's what he said, but I still don't agree with any of that stuff. Just as I explained, that's what he said, because I like the smooth traffic. I don't want traffic to be bothered in absolutely any way. All the houses, everything in the area was involved in this stuff. This is what Božičnik claimed is the solution. Okay, this, according to him, this would be a solution. Proceed with a caution, basically. Go forward, straight forward, or due to merging traffic from the bridge, from the left side, proceed with a caution. This was basically his logic. Would this change anything? Yeah, people wouldn't have to practically stop the cars. That's true. But because of what I engineered here, with people having a clear vision at location that I indicated, I don't really know if that would be necessary. If you can clearly see the traffic coming and not coming and everything, that would not be necessary. What I would do is I would make sure that people would not travel through the intersection 50 kilometers an hour, basically by placing the signs here on both sides of the road. Reduce the speed to 30 kilometers an hour and sign for the intersection that you are approaching, important intersection. This is what the fuck I would do. That's all you do. That's how you regulate this stuff. That's what the signs are for. Is basically to alert people there is an intersection. Here it would be sign, reduce speed, and I would put the intersection sign, reduce speed at 30 kilometers an hour. And as you would be approaching to this intersection, there would probably be, I don't know if there will be another sign. I would just do the stuff that I explained to you without any further philosophy. I already indicated you about the signs earlier, exactly how I view the signs, what I would do with the signs, how I would resolve the issue of the signs of the traffic. That's all the fuck I would do. Just as simple as this. I would complicate anything because I see no need to complicate something that people can use to their benefit. The locals cried to me that it would affect them, that it would be, I don't know what the fuck it would be, that it would be a trouble, that then it was the people already taking kids to the garden, they started to cry, and it was just a lot of crying basically when it came to this sign. Don't change us the signs and so on and so forth. They were happy with the way the signs were, and etc, etc. Yeah, I understand that. See, the thing is that this is not about you. This is about people foremost, the tourists, the people who come from abroad, who might never ever even alive return back alive to their family because of some fucking stupid sign that you think you are privileged to play with. This is not you. You don't have the right to regulate, not a politician. This is about those, kako se reče, udeleženci v prometu that always have, that you have to think about their safety, basically, for them coming home back to their families from vacation and etc safely. This is no play. People die because of the stuff like this, you know. People might not return back to their families because of the shit like this. If the signs are not properly posted, it might be people that might be dying because of this kind of stuff. They come from far away, from another country, whatever, and they travel toward the sea and they get killed in a location like this. This is your fault, basically, that shit happened, because the signaling was not properly done. It is just as simple as this. You understand? This here, for me, is basically a proper signaling. Not that you would have two signs like this, but yeah, there should be a table like the one that you see over there, yellow, that should be marked in a white. That should also indicate that proceed with a caution toward the left side. If you're going to be making me a left turn, make sure that there is no traffic coming from incoming in, or maybe possibly even from the left side direction. That's all there is to it. This is basically the way I see this stuff. That's one. And then is also from the other direction. So this is basically this is a signaling. This is a real signaling. This is the way the signaling works. This is where it's everything clear, alles klar, clean, according to the law. Thank you very much. Easy to understand, logical, no fucking accident. Yes. Yeah, it pisses me off. It pisses me off because of the stuff that I stated. It actually angers me because you think that politics is more important than the fucking road signs. But I think that the politics are actually your road signs. And there is no country in the world where they would have road signs used as a form of politics, except this shithole here in Slovenia. And I think that's very illegal. Not that I think. I have proven you this stuff is extremely illegal. Involved fucking psychiatry to convince people on the road signs on how it shall be per politicians. Yeah, this was a Miran Sodin who was extremely aggressive about this. The people that are so aggressive, that act so aggressively the way he acted aggressively, are the people who are afraid. He was afraid as hell for Milan Kučan. Milan Kučan hired him to intimidate. Would anybody be losing anything with this type of signaling? No. Not at all. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you gain, but that does not matter. What matters is basically the safety of the people engaging in a traffic. That's all the fuck there is to it. That's what's all about, basically. A smooth, as much as possible, smooth and safe traffic. That's what the hell is all about. There's one more thing that I have forgotten. You understand? These are the two things that are important to the people. This is what people basically depend on. Whether you're going to be going through here, you're going to be doing this kind of stuff, whatever the hell you will be doing, this shit is actually significant to you. This is what you're going to be dependent on. Either you're going to get screwed as you travel, or eventually you're going to come to your destination safely, rather than 3/4 insane. This is for me a proper and normal signaling. This for me, this is a law and order. This is the way it is. That's what you call the signaling. What was in Yugoslavia, that was the most stupid shit. That shit appears was even more fucking stupid, with leaving people practically in the middle of the bridge to make choice about making a left or right turn in the road that was basically with the cars flying. You know what I mean? That's what the fuck the signs are for. You have to alert people it's a fucking intersection. Reduce the speed to 30 kilometers an hour. Intersection. It is simple as this. And then ta-da-da-da-dam. This is how it plays out. And with a proper line where the people can stop, so the people have a clear vision on left and right when making decision to turn with the car. This is the way this stuff is. And people basically traveling unobstructed, safely. Right? That's what this shit is all about. Thank you. Here, this here, I even do you, what I do here, I might even do you another sign here, which would be the sign that you would use, like this sign right here. It's the sign that I would do, that I would also use. It will be also another sign. It would be exactly, it would exactly be this sign here. This is also what I would do. I would give you one more sign, and that basically, that will be this sign here. That would be this sign right here, this is also the sign I would give you, that you would have for you to make. Let me see this shit here. Whatever the fuck that is. 180, is it? Shit. It won't give me. I should mirror this crap, you know? It should be mirrored, obviously. This stuff should have been mirrored. And I suppose that there is no way to mirror this. So, you know, how the hell can I even... So this is basically, this is how you do the fucking signaling for this stuff. It's not any art. You just go and you fucking do it the way you're supposed to do it. And finally, there is no other way of doing the things than to do the right thing, is it? Not that I would know of. This is it. This is how you do. This is how the hell you do this shit. This is how you do your signaling, man. Go, you do your fucking signal. For people to know that these are the roads they can safely turn, given to watch for the traffic, basically, when making this kind of turns. That's all there is to it. For me, this is extremely, extremely significant. It's extremely, extremely significant, this stuff. Very, very significant. The very important sign, however, I did not consider that sign. It is a little bit trouble here. This sign here must be also utilized, because it must alert people that you know, from incoming traffic, that you have to watch out when making the turn. That's why I said like a huge, you know, like making something like this. Basically making something like this and alerting people that for making, you know, a turn to, like I demonstrated you here, that you need to exercise the caution, basically, when making a turn. When making this kind of turn, that needs to be this, and that should be actually even, I think, in blue. Actually black, it's okay like this. It should be black like that. It comes in a black color, the sign, like that. Except that this is done in a different way. It's not done like this. This shit, when they make this kind of stuff, when they make advisory, they make the big board that comes in a, you know, the advisory board signs, that those basically look like this. I just went over the signs a little bit, this shit here. That will be something like this thing here, basically, except that there will be also a sign that you need to watch out for the traffic coming from your from your left side, basically, that you need to pay attention to the traffic coming from your left side and also traffic coming from the traffic that's coming from the straight if you're making a turn, right? So that kind of stuff should have practically been replaced with this here. With exactly this kind of stuff here. How the hell did they do that? I don't even know. Put like a signs like this, whatever. I don't know. I saw those signs. They usually have that stuff on Autobahn. That's also true. This is not exactly the Autobahn. That is true. That in fact is true. However, proceed with a caution here. It's out of question because this simply cannot be proceed with a caution. Because you are going straight, and so if the other guy doesn't have to stop here, you shouldn't either. You understand me what the fuck I'm saying? The sign that Božičnik insisted on and brainwash me should be there is actually not a real sign. That was a sign in his head. Okay, this for me, this would do basically the stuff for this intersection. This would do the sign, this would do for me for this intersection. This is the way it is, yeah. If I regulated this thing here, then more or less it would look like this. It is just as simple as this. You go straight, you don't stop, you got nothing to stop, nothing to worry about, you just go straight, that's it. That side road, as you have seen, that one I would close the road. The road is not safe. You have to merge to the road safely, there is no shortcuts. Wake up 5 minutes earlier and go at work, take children at work 5 minutes earlier. Safe trip to you, that's all there is to it. This is very important for me. Milan Kučan was involved directly into this stuff. Okay, this signaling, probably there is a better way of doing it, but this is basically the way I would want this intersection to be ran. And no, this is not a Yugoslavia anywhere even remotely, that you would put the sign so far away from intersection and require people to just drive through. It's crazy. That's a madness. Practically that's a craziness. It's illogical, it's irrational, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Zero common sense. No, I did not stop. I did not go read anything like this. This is done the same day as the video that you see up there above I posted. It's the same shit, basically. I just wanted to clarify about the signs, how, you know, I don't see this shit. I don't, you know, the advisory. It's what I always get right here in the top of this page is what I get. And yesterday I actually even answered the question which was involved in a torture. It was involved in a torture. It was involved in a torture with individual who participated in a torture. And his name is Boštjan Engel. He was meeting with Božičnik, with police investigators, with Pevec, with Štefanič, Juršič. He was meeting with them inside of our house and with other police officers. Milutinović, another girl, and so on. We had a whole fucking police station here inside of our house. And so I want to demonstrate you the question which I answered yesterday, which was involved in brainwash. I hope this question is still here. Well, I think that there's an easier way of doing this stuff so that I don't waste my time on this stuff like this. We would not be doing this kind of stuff, and it could be, who the hell knows, maybe even in some other stupid page. We're just gonna go, we're gonna take this one here, we're gonna go straight through here, and we're gonna go directly to this one here, which is Boštjan Engel post. We're gonna go here. There you go. And there is this answer I just gave them. The answer is B. It says here, in which direction can I drive with a blue car? The answer, 15-12 hour, pravilno je v oba, A in B. Well, I indicated you can only go into a B. So this is the guy who was involved with the police into this thing. This is the question. He gave the answer that the correct answer is A and B. Well, to me personally, the way this stuff looks like is you're turning into A. I would say yes, if it would be done in such a way. Let me demonstrate exactly what I mean. It would indicate me that this is the safely I can make a turn like this. The answer A would also be, for me, correct answer. But because of this here, this sharp edges here, the way you see it, the way this stuff is done here, sharp edge like this, and because of these lines here that you see right there, because of these lines here that you see right there, because of this kind of stuff, I personally, I would not choose to go through the A. I personally would continue to go through the B and try to find a way around, and etc., etc. To me, this is a little bit freaky, a little bit crazy, but yeah, he's correct, I guess. That answer A is also correct. If you're going to make a turn over there into the A, you're not going to be practically in any kind of violation with anybody, and so as long as you're not in a violation, I guess, that this is then okay. So this is also the guy who was discussing this, exactly this question here, inside of our house, inside of our kitchen, to prove me that I don't know nothing about the rules and regulations. And look at that. Eventually yesterday I made a mistake and I suggested only in a B. No, I actually, it's kind of stupid because I don't see my answer here. I made a wrong answer. So I'm gonna say it doesn't matter. What matters to me is that, what matters to me the most is that you see that I see people who are involved in this kind of jam, because the comment that I posted is logged here. This was 22 hours ago. Today I was pushed into a traffic jam. That I see the people who are involved with the police in the brainwash inside of our house. Like this. You go to the Facebook, you turn around, whatever the fuck you do, and you see the fucking people like this. A reminder of the stuff that went on. That's called gaslighting, by the way. And it was insultive and degrading treatment, with me being called names and all kinds of stuff and so on and so forth, that this Boštjan Engel alone is going to have to explain about it. I don't need a lot of stuff to point out the proofs about this stuff. I don't need a whole lot to point you out the proof of the people that were involved, the people that actually gaslight through the Facebook to remind of the stuff that went on during MK Ultra. It's like saying, look at me, I'm here, but you don't have the proof. That's what you think. I don't have the proof. The communists in Yugoslavia tutored people that whatever is not on the audio recorders, that whatever is not on the video recorders, therefore cannot be proved unless you have a witnesses, and you don't have the witnesses. This is the way they rationalize the whole thing. You're wrong, you're mistaken. It's also if the witness that is reporting the incident, the crime, is credible and is punctual and is doing a good job at explaining about the stuff that went on, and even subject this with the proofs that you don't actually have, despite labeling one as mentally ill person, a proof about the case that did not exist, just because you have a mother, father, and his relatives involved up to here like this in a crime. So I'm gonna say thanks for watching this video. Till next time. Yeah, I'm thinking about Božičnik. I'm thinking about this year. They started to talk about the Roman Empire, that this would look like a Roman Empire and stuff like this. This is fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid, man. This is about the transition. This is about the road, rules, regulations, the way it should be, the way it should be posted. After all, there could be a semaphore light over there. You don't think so? There could be a semaphore light? Yes, it could be. It could be easily a semaphore light over there, but I would not go for semaphore light because it's an intersection which I deem that it's possible to regulate safely enough also just through the road signs. You know, you cannot regulate through the road signs, then you have to have the semaphores posted. Okay, but for me, the way I demonstrated this, I would want to have, of course, those signs would have to be, let me just see something. You know, I'm actually thinking about even No, I wouldn't be doing any other way. I wouldn't be jeopardizing anything. I was even thinking about that you could put the sign basically like this, where you have right there, right in front of it. But this is no, it's not necessary. I mean, you know, you write down here stop, and you have sign that is indicating you up that you need to stop here. You fucking stop. That's all you do. There's no philosophy. And if you like, hell, man, you can put another one where you see that dovoljeno za lokalni promet, where you see it's only allowed for the local traffic. Hell, man, you can also go, you can put right there another stop sign next to that sign, if that's what you want to do. If you want to really alert the people to, which I definitely would want people to be safe, to stop right where you see the arrow right there and pay attention to the traffic from both sides, from both directions. Yeah, you can see nicely here. It's not so damn bad. You can see the traffic coming, and if you put the sign reduce the speed to 30 kilometers an hour, important intersection ahead of you, from both sides, from both direction, hell, man, you can make your choice and go safely either way you choose to travel, or across the bridge. But no, you cannot have a sign over there, stop sign. If you put the fucking stop sign here, this Yugoslavia, this kind of stuff, that you're gonna put the stop sign here, that's stupid shit. That's a stupid shit. You know, the stop sign is stop, and then is basically proceed with a caution. That's the real meaning of the stop sign. And still, you cannot say somebody proceed with the fucking caution if you have to stop practically almost right here somewhere where this arrow is, in order to make sure that there is a traffic clean from both directions. Then you, of course, that you cannot go and put the sign like that. You know, of course that you cannot do that. You know, there is of course another alternative that you can also do, to put that kind of sign so that you would not disturb the people, and that basically would be just as you see the pole light over there, the way you see the pole light over there. If you want to put this shit, the fucking stop sign like this to the people, you just use the pole like this, and you extend the pole like that. This would not work, if you ask me. This would not do it, man. I would not, and basically, I don't know, hang the stop sign here for them. This would not be, for me, this would not be it. This would be stupid. I don't agree to that one. This is just, they even talked about this one. This would just not be it. The one that I demonstrated, this is for me it. This is the logic. Even if there would be, just as I demonstrated you here, stop sign like this on the bridge, and then you would have another stop sign, even if you have another stop sign over here like this, you know, rather than stop sign over there with just a meter that would indicate forward stop, that would still work. That would still do the job. So that means that this stuff here, when you come, that you would have basically a stop sign posted that you would still have a stop sign basically posted. You would have a stop sign posted over here like this. Yeah, they were sensitive. They even talk about the Rome, that it would look like in the Rome, like old Rome. You would turn Slovenia into a Rome, basically, the streets. This was not my intention to turn Slovenia into Rome, but these people are fucking stupid. That's all I gotta say. This is a stupid shit. Easily you can put the fucking stop sign here. It's a completely done everywhere throughout the Europe like this, everywhere around the world like this. What the fuck are they hallucinating about? I do not know. But what are they hallucinating? And then what the fuck, if these people were not hallucinating, then what the fuck is the hallucination? What the fuck is the definition of the hallucination if these people were not hallucinating? I don't see nothing wrong with this here, with this picture here. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Two signs, two stop signs, 10, 15 meters ahead, another stops alert. It's going to be a stop sign, one in the middle of the bridge and one here. It would definitely make this intersection very, very safe place for everybody. Simple as this. This is the way I see it. I don't see myself in a vision of. Americans had a lot of problems with this kind of signs. They had with the stuff that I demonstrated you is in this intersection. They cried about this stuff as they were driving to Bela Krajina and back and forth. They were experiencing problems with this stuff. To them, it was just not logical. They had problems with this stuff. When they saw this kind of abracadabra, this chupacabra, the way this signs, the way they were playing with this stuff, it didn't make any fucking sense to them. They claim that Ljubljana is bigger, than Bela Krajina. Yes, but Ljubljana is nowhere here. If you want to go and if you want to travel to Ljubljana, you take a fucking autobahn. You understand? You take the fucking autobahn and you travel to fucking Bela Krajina with the autobahn, idiot. And if you do want to travel from Ljubljana to Bela Krajina, it's also important to know where Bela Krajina is, don't you think so? This is paradox, bullshit, nonsense, Slovenian logic, and I don't agree with it. I don't see it as logical. It is just as simple. There you have another Chapo right there. There you go. There it is. With no sight, no sign of an intersection like this or where you're going to Ljubljana or Novo mesto. Nothing. That's it. You do have a lot of tourists around here. You have all kinds of tourists around here that come, that drive through here. They go to the Adriatic Sea and you know, they like to, like every tourist, they like to see a little bit around and so on. But yeah, these days people have navigation inside and so on, but the navigation is one thing, but when you drive and you drive and you drive and you drive all the way from Bela Krajina and you drive on this so important road and you come here and all of a sudden there is a fucking stop sign here that you don't even expect, and guess who is the one who has advantage of you? At least it's a stop sign, you can see it. It's not so damn bad. But here, as you drive and all of a sudden you drive There is actually a sign that indicates you even have advantage of it, and it's a fucking guy like this one here that is making also a left turn. That's basically toward you in your direction, because he's gonna make a turn right here and you don't know about it, and you go because you have a sign over there that is advantage, and you continue to go, and the fucking guy comes a little bit faster, boom. You might actually say to the police officer, but sir, I had a right to go. I had this sign here that indicated that I had advantage. You might want to say, a police officer, I had a sign here that indicated that I am on the prednostna cesta, whatever. And the only thing that he's gonna say to you, when you're gonna have a broken nose and ribs, he's gonna say to you, come here. And he's gonna say to you, so he did too. And the case is closed. Bye bye. You're gonna tow your car all the way back to Germany, Italy, wherever the fuck you came from. So they didn't want to have a Roman signs. They didn't want to have a Roman look in Slovenia. They didn't want to have that. Štefanič is a crazy clown. This is one crazy. These are crazy characters. Crazy characters. So they didn't want to have a Roman signs. So they invented the traffic logic of their own by basically simply taking away importance of the Bela Krajina, basically, of the southern Slovenia, basically, just taking entire importance away, making people basically the thing impossible to so what they did was they didn't want to have a Roman signs, so they simply decided the stop sign is a Roman sign. Milan Kučan is going to explain all about that. I am thinking about what kind of idiots this actually were. So what they did was they invented what is known as a prednostna cesta, yeah, and instead of prednostna cesta, that is the infrastructure road where you have prioritize through the road signs toward, like I indicated, would be toward south, toward Bela Krajina. They prioritize one just because of these signs, just because of these fucking signs. They prioritize one toward Ljubljana without actually giving not even a slightest fucking sign, anything that would indicate people that taking this route, they're taking the route to Ljubljana, and went so deep in it that they would not even leave the people signs that by taking the direction of Dolenske Toplice, they eventually would manage to get into Chernomel, which is actually bizarre. You know, Dolenske Toplice, right? And through Dolenske Toplice, Poturn, you make it all the way to what is known as Chernomel through the Čermošnice. Very important stuff. Semič, and all the way to Chernomel. So they would not even take opportunity to explain people about this kind of issue. Not even people that would be coming from Ljubljana or whatever the case might be. For them, and Chernomel, that's basically Bela Krajina, and Ljubljana, even though they indicated they did this because Ljubljana is more important, played no real importance. Sorry, I will not go into this shit, but it's kind of so stupid. And foremost, there is a proof about the political interference. The politicians, just as I indicated here, that are responsible for this crime, and that also involves Lojze Peterle, Janez Janša, Igor Bavčar, not only Milan Kučan. And foremost, what is the most important thing, it involves this animal here, whose name is Miran Sodin, who was at the Novo mesto, and he demanded a psychiatric hospitalization on November the 30th. Milan Kučan was using this animal literally to intimidate, to terrorize with, to threaten with the psychiatry, with death threaten. Not only on one occasion, but on many other occasions. This animal, by the name Miran Sodin, also was a product tester. He tested the products and claimed that he would be advising me about which products are good, that he would be on my behalf, acting like a product tester on my behalf, and testify for me and so on. This animal, this guy, this Miran Sodin, is extremely important. He was extremely acquainted with police, AliExpress, Temu, etc. game that Milan Kučan, Slovenian communists, enforced against me together with the Chinese Communist Party. A key individual in this crime, Miran Sodin, and he was the one who just couldn't take his eyes away from my backpack, where I had quite a few belongings. For obvious reasons too. When it comes to my mother, the words of these animals inside of the car, because they wouldn't do this only one time, they have done this repeatedly, time and again. The words to me, this is what Štefanič and psychiatrist captured. The words to me were that, yes, they said, yes, you can make a turn over there. This is what they were doing during MK Ultra. Yes, you can make a turn as you come here. You can make a turn. Sure, you can make a turn. But the thing is that your mother is going to intimidate you with her behavior so much. Listen to this shit. She will intimidate you with her behavior so much that you're not going to even have a guts to make your left turn. These were the words, and they were laughing like stupid inside of the car. So what kind of police the fuck is this? What is this? What kind of police the hell is this? What is this? Where do you have this going on inside of the Europe or in the United States of America? Do you have this kind of stuff going on? You have a police that is busy doing this kind of stuff? You know what this is, by the way? It's called a domestic terrorism. It's a serious form of terrorism, the most serious form of terrorism. This is how people get killed. This is how people get into the car accidents. That's basically what we are talking about. People get killed through craziness like this, through driving people insane, through the road signs, making people completely mad. If you're looking at this sign right there, this sign prohibits you to enter the area of the city of the Novo mesto. That's basically the bridge. This became only a one-way road. You can only go through the city in the direction out of the city, toward this direction, out, just as it indicates you right there, the signs. And you can either turn left or you can turn right. You cannot even go straight. You're not allowed. But this type of lines that you see here, because it's not a solid line, you see it's a broken line. This type of line right here, it indicates you that despite the arrow that you see right there, it actually indicates you, because there is no sign posted that would prohibit you to make a left turn here. It indicates you that you do have the right to make a left turn right here into this street here. It is just as simple. Nobody can prohibit you from making a left turn here as you come. It just throws you on the other side as you come, and there is no sign anywhere. I will never forget the stuff that went on with the mother, and mother actually prided herself in doing shit to the father, and she claimed that she will be doing the same shit to me when I will be driving father's car. Now you see that stuff right there in the middle of the road, this kind of stuff. But no, you cannot go through that one. You cannot argue with that kind of stuff, right? They added an extra line the way you see it for the cars to merge when they come out of the city, so they can merge into this lane here, right? So I don't know what the situation is now. I don't know if they still have that. Maybe they do have it, maybe not. I don't know what the situation is. But they keep changing this. They're so insecure about the stuff they do. They don't even know about themselves what the fuck they want. It's truly pathetic. Crazy. It is actually, look at that blue sign. You see that sign, blue sign right there? It indicates you that you have the right to go up there too, next to the car that you see. So they pride themselves on hysteria, on gaslighting, even admitting that they will be doing things that are completely criminal, completely illegal. And as psychiatrist Peter Kapš, Štefanič both claim with Igor Jušić, they will be testing me to see how much am I actually in command of my own vehicle. So therefore, in one way, they were encouraging aggressiveness and taking the position, and on other hand they were questioning and abusing their authority, the power, for something completely different through a brainwash, so this is basically bullying, harassing, intimidating, all kinds of stuff like this, and encouraging to take control, not allow mom to do this stuff, and so on. So this is not what the police is supposed to do. This is shit, not police. Garbage, trash. I even went over a little bit Slovenian regulations. I would not want to waste time on this garbage. The way the Slovenes are explaining, this is, by the way, from the Slovenian police website here. Fuck off. The way the Slovenes are explaining this phenomena is of the signs, talking about the fucking signs, is by gesturing that the signs are posted based on congestion of the traffic, based on the flux, based on the pretok, I don't know how you would say, but based on the number of the cars, traffic that travels through the certain area. That's what they basically suggested, that basically placing these signs, I would kind of agree to that stuff. Ljubljana, that's basically from this direction toward Novo mesto, that's a Ljubljana. And of course, Novo mesto, that will be basically from this direction toward this direction here. Stična točka, the connection dot would be right here. It would apologize the things, rationalize the things. However, I have to disagree with it. I have to disagree with it because it's not always on a congestion, not always on a number of the cars and so on. In this case, just like in all other cases, when it comes to rather not autobahns, rather not roads that would be used by the local people, local traffic, or even people who frequently travel, basically, are the people that know these roads. They know these roads. This road is extremely important road for the people who travel toward the Adriatic coast, the tourists, if you ask me, and also for the people that travel from direction of the Adriatic coast out of the Karlovac, this here, basically Rijeka, Croatia, where tourists basically when they go through, and what they want to do is maybe they want to go and they want to have a little bit extra sightseeing, maybe they want to go and they want to travel, they want to go through certain areas, they want to go visit them or whatever it is that they want to do, right? And so now we have a really an issue. I have an issue with this stuff. Now the biggest issue is simply that there are two main things that are happening here, of which none really plays the role that would be essential to anybody based on the signs that you have seen police have posted. A fact of the matter is that this is not the only road that brings you from Novo Mesto in direction of Ljubljana or Bela Krajina, but also this here. If you use this road here, you also will come from the Novo Mesto city toward Ljubljana. This is also a road that will take you. This is just the road that goes parallel to this road. You see, these are two roads. And so both roads go in the same direction. These are two roads that are gonna bring you to this, directly to this location, which I called and I refer to as a Stichna Točka. This is this bridge that all these issues evolved around. Yes, but then there is two things that start to play the major role. Whether you are a tourist, local, or you are a tourist from the outside, or maybe you're a delivery guy or whoever the fuck you are, it is about one direction that is connected to Ljubljana, therefore also Kočevje, and that's basically direction toward Ljubljana. Just the way you see it right there, 68 kilometers, if that's what you're gonna do. No, not really. This would be 60 kilometers. Yeah? And a second location, which is this one here, basically, that goes toward Chernomyl, Bela Krajina, and even down south toward Croatia, basically, toward Dalmatia, you know? You understand me what the fuck I'm saying? And so none of which are described anywhere in this signs here that are posted. So you see, it's not about where the traffic is the most congested, where the most of the traffic is, but it's basically about the importance, the role that certain road is playing. Because the people that are driving through every fucking day are the people that will not look for the directions, nor will they look for the signs, for the you know, they know the signs, you know, they have them in a little finger is what I'm trying to say. They know the regulations. A road like this is beautiful road, actually quite scenic road. It will take you through the hills and etc. along a really beautiful river. Will play a major role for the tourists, for the people from outside, for the people that are basically not familiarized, and it will actually depend on these stupid signs. And like I said, based on what you have seen, these stupid signs are truly stupid. You don't need the signs in direction of the Novo Mesto, because whichever direction you go, whether you go on this road here, or you go on this side of the Krka River, or you go through this road, the both are going to take you toward Novo Mesto. But when it comes to Ljubljana and Bela Krajina and South, Croatia and so on, yes, you do need those signs so you don't get lost and etc. Pretty damn stupid if you ask me. Really, you can argue as much as you want, but this bridge here in Straža, this is located in, it's known as a Straža here. This is just nothing other than connection dot between the two roads that run parallel with one another from Novo Mesto all the way here. That's all the hell there is to it. No, I don't agree. I learned nothing about. There are different definitions and explanations and etc. But this here is nothing more than connection between the two roads that run parallel. And more or less, the two roads hold exactly the same value. They hold exactly the same value up to here. And because of these signs, it appears to me that they changed literally the meaning of the two roads which are running from Novo mesto toward Ljubljana, or I should say also toward Bela Krajina, and vice versa, by literally through giving this kind of stuff here, this kind of signs, so that it would look smarter. To me personally, this is the way it is. I like when it's a road that I know that it's important road, that all I have to do is basically drive on this road to get to certain location. Not that I have all of a sudden a traffic merging from the road. You know, I'm driving, and all of a sudden I have basically a dude coming from this side here that basically is going to go right here, is going to cut right in front of me. You know what I mean? It's a little bit surprise. It's a little bit hello. I mean, you know, for fuck's sake, you know, if you would at least, you know, at least if you would indicate here, if you would put a fucking sign here on this location for the people. At least if you would alert people before they come to this rondo, because before they come to this curve, because it's a curve. At least if you would give the people sign, you know, if you would indicate the people that, you know, some kind of sign, the blue one basically with the arrows, that you can go straight or you can turn, you know, right, or that you would indicate them that, you know, there is an intersection ahead, you know, they have to be careful about. This is the stuff they even have stated during MKLJ, because so many people was involved in this brainwash and this intersection in so-called Vavta Vas is the name. Vavta Vas, Straža. So many people were involved in this shit. They did admit that they will eventually have to put a sign that will alert people that's actually emerging traffic from the bridge, and it's not emerging traffic from the bridge, but to alert people before they get into the area how basically to see this as, I mean, the coming surprise about the road that you're heading, and you know, you have a traffic with advantage road, prednostna cesta, I don't know how to say that in English language, merging directly onto the road you travel to from without any reservations. Don't even know how the fuck to explain this. I don't like it. I don't like the idea. I know that I don't know how many people got into the accident, but if the people did not got into the accident, I think they're lucky. I think they're probably thanks to GPS systems that alert them, that tells them that maybe you know, the GPS systems do have this. What I remember, what I recall is that this issue was so fucking shitty. This issue was so fucking stupid that Americans, as they were coming from United States, they protested to this stuff. They acknowledged it as stupid. They had a problem with this stuff. And do you know what happened? Do you know what the fuck happened? The psychiatrist Peterle, he brought Christopher Wray. He brought the people from the FBI. He brought the people from the FBI whom he used to intimidate Americans that were visiting this place. He was literally using the FBI people, talking about animals from here, from Novo Mesto police station, literally contracting the FBI people that were visiting our house in Novo Mesto to intimidate Americans, whom afterwards they together with the FBI would set literally on these signs here that you see. This is true. This is true. People like Elon Musk, people like Elon Musk traveled through here. He drove to Bela Krajina. You know, they had these electric cars here, giving them the police to test and stuff like this. They climb into the local police in their ass and so on. It was all kinds of stuff that went on. literally set them up and demanded from Americans to recognize this road signs as something legitimate, basically not only the road signs, but the setting of the road itself, because once they changed these signs, I had problems with these things because simply I didn't like it. And because of the torture that went on, this was such a bestial area here. Every fucking house, it was a bestiality, lynching performed on me. Americans paid the solidarity with me. And because they paid the solidarity with me, they had to pay a hell price for it. And they started literally through the FBI. This is what the Christopher Wray is going to have to explain. FBI directors. This is not just a movie, video. It's something that I would want to waste your time. This is for you to get acquainted how it works with the Illuminatis overseas. So they started to intimidate Americans that would travel to Slovenia abroad, Americans that would side with me against the Slovenian violence. So we're talking about the FBI here. You know, I have a shit opinion about FBI, sorry, but you went far too far with this stuff. You know, I just recall the stuff that gives me the right to have nothing other than a shit opinion about you. You're talking about the James Comey, you're talking about the Robert Miller, you're talking about the... Let me see this. This was just 17 days. This was supposed to be nice guy, whatever, William Sessions. Christopher Wray, that's a Central Intelligence Agency. Robert Miller, James Comey, no, that's a FBI, Christopher Wray. Christopher, this was strange because Christopher Wray was one of the people that they complained to me, Americans complained to me about this stuff. They said, you don't know what happened. They truly did. Christopher Wray used to explain together with Robert Miller about the stuff that went on exactly at this bridge here with the James Comey, that they were intimidating literally Americans for the sake of these animals here from Novo mesto. These are a shit ratings I give you at the FBI right now, because I pull the pants down to you like this in front of this shit station here. This is not a democracy what you exercise. This is a psychiatry, violent psychiatry right out on open. It's a bestiality. It's a total disregard for any human rights, for any human dignity, for anything. It's all based on ultra violence. That's shit. That sucks, man. You are the same shit like these animals here. KGB animals. Same shit. Same garbage.